we're going to be talking about the Mosin Nagant. I have a PU sniper here with me. It has some quirks to it. I want to go over it, and not so super in detail because there's a lot of history, and I don't want to go over all of the history. But essentially, if you want to get into it, it's a lot to unpack.
The history of the Mosin?
Yeah.
Do we have enough space in the memory card for a 3-hour episode?
Because,
holy crap!
Like talking like service history, it's been everywhere.
It's been everywhere.
It's been everywhere, still everywhere. And for that, it just comes down to like for it being so plentiful. I don't
because warehouses upon warehouses.
Because there are people who will put the Mosin like very high.
And then there's people who will put them very low.
There's somewhere in the middle. They work. I like shooting them. There's still surplus ammo. There's still cheap tool ammo to purchase and shoot and have fun. But in this video, I just want to go over some of the quirks with the PU sniper. This is an original. There are, I guess, if you were to go purchase a Mosin and you wanted to make it a PU sniper, you would piss Ray off.
Yes,
but
that's not the thing hindering you. There's also you're destroying history to make a garbage rod.
But you could. I don't think you'll achieve the same accuracy because essentially these were like zeroed in at the factory. I understand it's been like a century since then.
Usually with the bayonets on, and there's also like the wood expanding and all of that crap. Yes. So,
I'm not saying you can or can't. Because I understand people want to do that because you can go order not an original scope, but you can order like this on paper the same scope reproduction,
or one that's just been like factory refurbished.
And you can drill and tap your straight bolt for a curved bolt, which is infinitely more comfortable to shoot.
Yes, I will give it that.
But outside of that,
Stumpy over here.
Yeah, that's pretty awkward to shoot. Which I get comments not so much on YouTube because I really haven't put that much video of me shooting the Mosin. If I shoot the Mosin fast, I take it off of the shoulder to work the bolt just because it gives you better leverage. And I understand, like, if it was a nice bolt action rifle, I wouldn't need to do that. So it looks funny to anyone out, like, looking on the outside that hasn't shot a Mosin. It's like, why would you do that? It's awkward as shit.
Well, actually, back when they first designed the Mosin Nagant, they had this great idea that every 20 rounds would be like putting a lock on your rifle to let it cool down, so that way it doesn't get overheated. So,
typically, you're supposed to use a stripper clip to feed in 5 rounds. What you got here? You want to hold them up?
I will.
You don't have to feed in.
I'm not going to. I'm just going
because
to.
These are just cheap ones they got online. I've had very bad experience with them, but essentially you push it down and just force it down. They go in.
Usually, what you want to do is just grab it and then thumb it in that way.
Then you chuck that clip into the bin.
Because otherwise it will literally just sit there like this, with or without the ammo.
With which I haven't even shown on camera. With the PU, there's a scope in the way, so you can't feed it that way. You gotta feed it one by one, which is not the end of the world.
I would hope that you're not in intense combat with a sniper rifle. I think you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway. Which you can also still use your iron
sights with. That's another quirk, which is like I am not, I guess, like a marksman by any means. I'm not a sniper, so that could lead to a height overboard issue. But underneath, you can still use your irons or the scope. And like I've said this a lot of times, I'm not even a fan of the scope. I don't like the scope.
I kind of like the scope. It's a neat scope.
I think it's cool. I think it's super neat. I would never take it off of this rifle. I would never put on like a modern 3-9. That would defeat the whole purpose of me owning this rifle.
You don't want to take this off and then throw it on your like AR build?
No.
Have this cool little poster. I'm gonna do that now. I'm going to go and buy one of these scopes and throw that on our AR.
With that, like, this is just a neat piece of history. And as far as, like, going out to own them, I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest. This was just something I picked up just because of happenstance. Like, I wanted it, but it just came to be like the Mosins were at the local gun store, and it was like $300. You get a Mosin. All right, I'll take it. But with this, as far as like going on Gunbroker or knowing it's original, I am not sure. I don't want to like lead anyone the wrong way, but if you were to buy yourself just a standard Mosin, it's a fine rifle. As far as like comparing it to other rifles, I don't put it high. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I think it's fun. I think it's everything I want to do, and it's a bolt action rifle, surplus rifle. It's just working. I can beat it, and it won't break. But I don't know. There's no frills. It's a metal butt pad. It's a
very Russian gun.
Yeah.
It's sturdy, no frills. Is it gonna work? Yeah. Is it gonna extract? Most of the time. Okay, can we give it to a guy who literally has like a 3rd grade education and only knows how to like dig potatoes and turnips out of the ground? Yes, but maybe give it to every other guy because we don't have enough guns to go around.
One guy gets the rifle, another guy gets the ammo.
Yeah, shit. Flip a coin.
And I don't know. So like I would definitely recommend it. It's been fun to shoot. The round itself, it's a big 7.62, but because it's such a heavy, the rifle itself is 4 feet. So
you're forgetting the bayonet.
Yeah. So
which I tried to make him put the bayonet on the Mosin sniper, but he wouldn't let me.
It doesn't
like fun.
It doesn't fit correctly. I could force it on, and I'll have a tough time getting it off.
I think you just hate the fun. Put the fun in camps, why don't you?
And yeah, as far as like why it makes me, I just want to share it, take the range. But I like, as far as like me to you, I could go buy a cheap Savage Axis, and it would be a better rifle
than either of these.
Yeah.
You can get them for about the same price.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I can throw a basic 3-9, and I like in my hands. Understand? Like I've seen people shoot these accurately at range.
Usually the finished ones, I'm gonna throw that out. Which those are definitely like different beast compared to your standard Russian Mosin. So very like. It doesn't look very different.
Yeah,
it's
and then like online, I'll see comments like on other posts, like I can hit a soda can at 300 yards or something. Like, look, I could hit a man-sized silhouette at 300 yards. If I'm aiming for like the head, I can hit like the waist. If I'm aiming for the chest, I can maybe hit the head.
I think you're not giving yourself enough credit with your AK at 100 yards.
I'm just saying,
still hitting dead center.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
and that was with your sights misadjusted.
I'm saying like this rifle is not going to
came out of the bag that way. He didn't fuck it up.
This rifle is not going to do you any favors. I think as far as like you taking out a shoot,
its point blank range is pretty,
something
narrow. Like it's a big old chunk and round, so it's got a lot of power behind it. So its point blank range is fairly stout. You're going to be shooting pretty much point to aim. High or low within a few like inches for, I'd say 300-ish yards. So for the first 300 is just put the sights on them and bam. For everything past that it's not much of a adjustment really. From what I've seen, obviously never been in I've never been to Stalingrad. Yeah, I don't know what it's like.
I've never defended the Volga. I can't tell you what that life experience is like. But as far as like,
I never got the Order of Lenin. Did you?
But as far as like its reliability, like when you get into surplus, I think they're all like a lot of the surplus like rifles out there. They're pretty well proven.
Yeah, and we can argue all day over which guns were the best of World War II, mostly the German ones. But at the end of the day, these did what they needed to, and it was. At first, arm half of the peasants we have, and then eventually it was arm all of the peasants that we have, and then it was never mind, we're going with submachine guns. So yeah. Things change, and this one is Saul's prized Mosin.
Yeah,
most shot Mosin.
Yeah, that's my
favorite.
That's my most shot one. I can count on my hand how many times I've shot this one. So like not to say like it's not a pleasant experience. I just haven't I want to take it at range and it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it's coming though.
It's coming. And and then what Ray doesn't like, I have a third Mosin I plan to sporterize.
Oh God, you've told them.
I think I made another video talking I wanted to
you probably have, but
get,
it just hurts me every time you
get
bring it up.
just a Monte Carlo stock, so it's synthetic stock.
What happened to the Archangel stock?
Well, no, the I understand, I misspoke, the Archangel, I don't want that.
I mean, you get magazines though.
Yeah, well, no, you can add a larger size, you can add a 10 rounder to it. I don't really see a need to, but I kind of wanted to throw a different stock.
But you can lock up your entire action in one magazine.
Yeah.
Which that's what I was getting at earlier. Is this is Saul's like prize Mosin? He's cleaned it many times, so he's gotten a lot of the gunk out. So he can get a few in here before it starts to lock up. Which that is kind of an issue with these.
Which I put like a video as a joke. Like when it got stuck, I put it when I hit it with the AK magazine to get the bolt.
I think it was this actual magazine.
just hitting it like out of place, which is like the joke was you can beat the shit out of this rifle. I have no problem beating the shit out of the rifle. I don't
I mean, I have some qualms with it. Like beat the shit out of it gently.
Yeah. But here's the thing, I know it'll take it compared to like if I had the same issue with like my Savage Axis.
If I had a $5,000 like Tika or
well, not even that. If I was to have,
I'm not gonna beat it with a fucking dust bunny.
All right, well, that was about it. A cool rifle. As far as like actual accuracy, I have, because understand, like I buy cheap ammo. I could buy quality ammo, because what is like surplus ammo is not really what was spec back then. I'm not an expert on it, but I know there is match grade ammo for 7.62 54R. I could get that. You can test out different sizes, because I do have some that are like in different grain, because I understand I don't have anything in front of me. It goes up to 200 grain, which I have a box of that. There goes 180, and then I think for the Tula, I don't know what the surplus is, so I don't know. But the Tula I think is like 143.
I think it's 148.
148. So, and that's just the cheapest of the cheap. I have some higher quality ammo I want to try out of this, but understand it wasn't made for that. So, what results will I get are uncertain. I think it'll be interesting to see.
Like Hornady also makes some ammo that we can try. We'll throw some stuff since we have the rifle. Yeah. It has the optic. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what groups we can try and get. And obviously, there's always good old surplus.
Yep.
That's always available. So we'll try that out as a baseline. And if you know it, we're all like, oh wow, we're getting one MOA with this cheap ass Bulgarian corrosive surplus. That guess the testing is over. We're done. Yeah. Garbage Rods wins.
Yeah, and that's about it. I do have another surplus bolt action in the works. I haven't announced what it is, but I'll have that before I head to the range next time. That was just iron sights, but I'll stack it up against that one and make a comparison video.
Which I also have some surplus guns that I'll bring out. Some maybe ones that are fairly neutral.
Yeah.
Some that are less than neutral.
And we'll leave that there. There are more videos to come. Just wanted to like, I guess, share the rifle, because I'm trying to go like, I guess, back catalog, because I've had guns longer than I've had my YouTube channel. Same with Ray, and they haven't all been made videos on them. So just making a video on this. If this interests you guys, let us know in the comments. I guess we're open to do more videos on absolutely anything. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching.
Have a nice day.